played the Ring camera from the Airbnb. Is this the extraction, part of the extraction from that phone recovered from the silver Chevy Cruze, where alerted you to an Airbnb?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And you can see up here there is a profile pic from the owner of the Airbnb, Anthony. Is that correct?
Correct.
You said that you identified him as Anthony Alava,
Correct.
and you conducted a phone interview of him?
Correct.
And was he able to email you and give you access to the video camera, the Ring video footage from that Airbnb,
Yes.
as well as the lock log?
Correct.
Now going to the Uber driver. One of the things that alerted you to the Uber driver was that video footage at the Airbnb. Is that correct?
Correct.
What else? What other information led you to believe that there was an Uber driver in this particular case?
There was some audio in the Ring footage that between one of the subjects coming out of the Airbnb and the driver that indicated to me that it was possibly a hired driver. So we started looking at Uber and Lyft, and then eventually we identified it using a combination of LPR, cell phone records, and subpoenas to Uber.
Kind of like you did with trying to track down the license plate and the registered owner of the two suspect vehicles in this case. Is that correct? Same sort of search that you did in this investigation to identify the Uber driver. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And based on that, did you locate and identify the Uber driver who made a trip to that 3703 Gazebo Pond Lane here in Tampa, Florida on June 23rd of 2024?
Yes, I did.
And did you conduct an interview with that Uber driver?
I did.
Okay. Did you also receive from him the trip details of that Uber trip?
Yes.
And does that show, just like if you were to order a Uber trip for a local trip, the route as well as the cost for the Uber trip?
Yeah, it would appear like it appears on the app. Yes.
And did you communicate with the Uber driver through the phone?
Yes.
And at some point, based on your interview, was he willing to text you photographs of the trip ticket?
Yes.
And did you correspond and send him photographs of video footage that you had received from Sean Gathright's house where the trip ended?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's in evidence now, State's Exhibit 70. Let me make sure you can see all of it. Okay. Detective Ramos, what is the first page of State's Exhibit 70?
Your Honor, is 70 in evidence?
I didn't, oh, I'm sorry if I didn't. Judge, at this time, we'd introduce into evidence State's Exhibit 70. Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez.
No objection.
Okay, Mr. Sonardi,
No objection,
Mr. Wise,
No objection.
Mr. Petratus. Okay, admitted.
Judge, I also think I need to introduce or enter 106 into evidence.
I have a note that you,
Did I introduce it, or?
I think you introduced it when you introduced 60, 62, 61, 66, and I have written 106, but in
Okay.
abundance of caution.
Okay, I just want to make sure that it's formally introduced into evidence.
All right, any objection to introducing 106 again?
No objection.
Okay, Mr. Sonardi,
No objection.
Mr. Wise, Mr. Petratus.
No objection.
Admitted.
Thank you, Judge. Detective Ramos, what is on the first page of State's Exhibit 70?
So this is a screenshot of the Uber driver's app showing the trip details of the trip he did for in reference to this case.
So Uber's application that you can have on your phone, is that correct?
Correct.
And the driver also has the same access to the application as a driver?
Correct.
And he sent you this via phone text, is that correct?
Correct.
And can you tell us the duration of the trip, how long the Uber driver was with his passengers?
Approximately 3 hours and 25 minutes.
Okay, and the total distance?
208 miles.
Does it give where they were picked up?
Yes, on Gazebo Pond Lane at Tampa, Florida, 33613,
And does it give where eventually they were dropped off?
in the vicinity of Chipperfield Lane, Jacksonville, Florida, 32226.
Based on your investigation, do you know where they were dropped off?
Exactly where they were dropped off.
Where were they dropped off?
In the driveway of 13751 Victoria Lakes Drive, Jacksonville, Florida, Sean Gaithright's house.
How do you know they were dropped off there at Sean Gathwright's house?
Because the Uber vehicle, the Uber driver, and the 3 occupants can all be seen on camera from Sean Gaithright's house.
There is a Vivint security camera at Sean Gathwright's house, is that correct?
Correct.
Did you do a search warrant to obtain the video footage from that Vivint security camera for the time period when the Uber driver would have dropped off his passengers at Sean Gathwright's house?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And that's that Victoria Lakes Drive address in Jacksonville, Florida?
Correct.
And then what are we seeing in the second page of State's Exhibit 170?
I provided a form of identification to the Uber driver, let him know who I was, and then I asked him to look at some photographs for me and verify if these were the same people he picked up at Gazebo Pond and dropped off at Jacksonville.
And what exhibit is this?
This is 70, this is page 2, Judge.
Okay.
And we're gonna stop, these are, so first you sent him your police card, is that correct?
Correct.
And then you sent images, is this from the Airbnb in Tampa?
Correct.
Okay. And did he identify himself as the driver?
Yes, that photo, he identified himself as that individual, yes.
And then the second photo that you sent?
This is of one of the suspects. I sent him this photo and asked him if this was the same person he picked up in Tampa.
Okay. And eventually, did you ask him to sign something to confirm that these were the individuals that he picked up from Tampa?
Yes, we met in person, and I printed out these exact same photos, and he signed them and dated them, acknowledging that those were the same people.
And now going to this one, the third photo down on the second page, is this individual that you see get out of the Uber vehicle, is he one of the ones that was ever captured on the Ring video footage in Tampa?
No, he was not.
Okay. You didn't see anyone dressed like this with this hat exiting or entering that Airbnb on Gazebo Pond Lake in Tampa, Florida on June 23rd of 2024, is that correct?
Correct.
And you can clearly see what he's wearing in these photographs?
Correct.
And then again, was this another photograph that you had texted the Uber driver?
Yes.
Okay. And these are from a mobile phone, is that correct, your mobile phone?
Correct.
And then this is the final picture, I think, that got cut off. Is this the other photo that you had sent the Uber driver?
Yes.
And is this a copy, what is this?
This is a trip details he was texting me.
That he sent you in
Yes.
response?
Correct.
And then again, State's Exhibit 70, is this another, let me unzoom it. Is this another photo that he texted you a screenshot?
Yeah, I believe these were from his phone that somehow were saved on his phone from that trip.
So he actually saved some of the mapping navigation of the trip as well in the application, so he's able to provide that to you.
Correct.
And again, these other two images,
These are actually satellite images of a McDonald's. I asked him if he made any stops on the way to Jacksonville, and he said he only made one stop at a McDonald's en route in between Tampa and Jacksonville.
in that entire over 3 hour trip.
Correct.
Same individuals, same 3 individuals from the Airbnb dropped off even after the stop at McDonald's.
Yeah, I clarified with him the same 3 people stopped at McDonald's. No one knew got in or out.
And then again, State's Exhibit 70, this image.
Yeah, we were just narrowing down the exact McDonald's that they stopped at.
And these 2 final images.
Yes.
there's a gas station at the McDonald's.
Correct.
I'm going to introduce State's Exhibit 37A through E, and State Exhibit 79 and 128A through N.
Okay, any objection, Mr. Gonzalez?
Judge, only as previously noted.
Okay, same ruling.
Mr. Sonardi, these are the video, and then stills, and then additional stills. No objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Wise?
No, I got the first two exhibit numbers.
37, 8 through E, 79, and 128, A through N. That's my understanding. Is 79 a composite, A and B, or just one?
It's one video, but it's one disc, but two videos on it, so it is a composite A and B.
Okay. Any objection, Mr. Petridis?
No objection.
Okay, they'll be admitted.
Okay. We're gonna publish State's Exhibit 79. Detective, you said you got the video footage from the security Vivid camera from Sean Gathwright's house in Jacksonville, Florida, is that correct?
Correct.
You got the date of June 23rd of 2024 when the Uber was being dropped off. Did you also go back in time to capture footage of the black Chevy Impala at that location before it left to Tampa?
On the 22nd, yes.
Again, did this video footage originally have a timestamp?
Yes.
And when it was compiled and put together, does the timestamp no longer show?
Correct.
Okay. But what time and what day are we looking at approximately? What is the exact date that we're looking at in this video footage?
So this is Saturday, June 22nd, approximately noon, 12 to 12:30 p.m.
And I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. So this is a camera that is in Sean Gathwright's front door, is that, or kind of looking over the driveway, is that correct?
This one is the garage driveway camera, and then there's another one that's a front door camera.
There's another one, correct?
Yes.
And when we're looking in this particular photograph, do you see a silver vehicle?
Yes.
All right. Is there a driver's license and a silver BMW that you had previously already investigated before obtaining this video footage?
Yeah, that's defendant Isaiah Chance's BMW.
And is that the same vehicle that you had done investigation through license plate reader and had found at this house at numerous times and locations, even months before this crime occurred? Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you said this is June 22nd of 2024?
Correct.
And again, we're not going to go into the phone evidence yet, but do you then later confirm, based on cell site information, locations of the individual's phone being in the vicinity of this house?
Yes.
In particular, Isaiah Chance?
Correct.
In particular, Alicia Andrews?
Correct.
In particular, Sean Gathright?
Correct.
Is there anything of note that this individual appears to be holding in his hand when he gets out of the silver BMW?
Yeah, he appears to have a pistol in his right hand.
Anything unique or unusual about the pistol that is significant to the investigation of the homicide that occurred here in Tampa, Florida?
It does appear to have an extended magazine inserted into it.
Can you tell the jury what is an extended magazine?
So typically the firearms, the stock magazines only hold anywhere from 13 to 16 rounds in them, and they would be flush where your hand grip ends. An extended magazine would protrude out longer and hold typically double the amount of ammunition, 30 to 32 rounds.
Yes. We're gonna publish 79B. Is there a close-up of this particular segment?
Yes.
And when you said that there is an extended piece that is in the butt of the gun, is that correct?
Correct.
And you can see that in this particular video footage?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I want to ask you, going back to the Home to Suites video footage that occurred here in Tampa, Florida, and the gunman that had the handgun that first approached the the passenger side of the black Chevy Impala where the victim was seated. What was the relevance or significance of the extended magazine to the shooter in that position holding the handgun, not the assault rifles?
The handgun was a pistol that appeared to have an extended magazine that could hold at least 30 rounds, and there were 31 casings found.
If you do not have an extended magazine, can that handgun fire 30 rounds?
No.
And how many rounds were found in Tampa, Florida, and the location, the vicinity of where the person with the handgun and the extended magazine were?
31.
And although this is put together, did they come in smaller segments based on Vivint security that actually shows the time of each clip if you clipped on it individually?
Correct.
Is this segment a segment where they are all spliced together to run chronologically in time?
Correct.
And does it also incorporate the camera at the front door?
Yes.
Again, is there a code to come into Sean Gathright's house?
Yes.
Does this individual appear to know the access code and be able to freely enter it without knocking?
Correct.
Again, same individual who just entered the house, going back to the silver BMW that is owned by Isaiah Chance.
Correct.
Okay. Again, different view showing the same thing that we just saw from the door camera.
Yes.
Does he appear to be holding heavy bags?
Yes.
Does this dog that came from the house bark in any way at that individual that accessed the door by code?
No.
Oh, here comes. Yeah, it's just the same thing. Is this another individual that came out?
Yes,
Same hairstyle as the individual at the Airbnb in Tampa, Florida?
correct,
Same body style?
correct.
And again, this is Sean Gathrigh's residence.
Yes,
This is the same black Chevy Impala that we eventually impound.
yes,
Same Chevy Impala seen at the Home to Suites.
correct,
Same Chevy Impala seen at Teasers.
correct,
Same Chevy Impala seen at Truth 18.
correct,
The two locations the victim was at on June 23rd of 2024 before he died.
yes, ma'am.
What does he appear to be unloading from the car?
It appears he's unloading camera equipment, taking it into the house.
So there's not camera equipment inside the vehicle, is that correct?
It doesn't appear to be.
At some point, did you see that individual holding a phone in his hand?
Yes,
You taking note of what they are carrying in their hands?
yes,
Are there similar items being seen being carried out of the Airbnb after the homicide?
yes,
Again, none of that was seen being brought into the Airbnb before the homicide.
Sustain is deleting.
Does this individual appear to have keys to the black Chevy Impala?
yes, ma'am.
Are those bags again loaded into the black Chevy Impala?
Yes, ma'am.
Detective Ramos, at some point after that car is loaded up, where does the individual in the silver BMW, at some point, does it leave?
Yeah, they both leave shortly for a short period of time, and then they both come back before leaving for the final trip to Tampa.
And again, does that correspond later with phone records obtained for Sean Gathright, Isaiah Chance, and Alicia Andrews?
Overall.
Correct.
Are we now at a point of time where the BMW has come back?
Yeah, Isaiah Chance's BMW has come back in the afternoon of the 22nd.
Is there another passenger in that silver BMW belonging to Isaiah Chance?
Correct, someone in the front right passenger seat there that those salesmen talked to.
And at this time, where is Alicia Andrews' phone tracking to?
To this address.
Is this when the black Chevy Impala gets back?
Correct.
Same individual who came out of that address is driving the black Chevy Impala?
Correct.
And do you recognize the female in this video?
Yes, Alicia Andrews.
Okay, now we're going to go to June 23rd of 2024. Did you know the timing of when the Uber driver gets back to Tampa?
Yes.
Is that what we're seeing now?
Yes.
And what vehicle are items being loaded into?
Isaiah Chance's BMW.
The same tall individual, tall African American with the camouflage. Does he appear to be the same individual? Oh, that's okay.
Yes, appears to be the same individual from before they left.
At the Airbnb.
And at the
video?
Airbnb, yes, correct.
Just wearing different clothing.
Correct.
Detective Ramos, what time does the silver BMW leave approximately?
The Uber got there around 6:30. The BMW leaves within the hour after that.
And how many individuals are dropped off by the Uber?
3.
And how many people leave in Isaiah Chance's silver BMW?
3.
One of which is Alicia Andrews, is that correct?
Correct.
Sir, who is in 30? Can you switch this to Emma for me? Thank you. And who is in 37A? Who's that a known photo of?
Defendant Rashad Murphy.
I'm going to show you 37B. Are these still photographs from that Vivint video footage of one of the individuals who's being dropped off at the Airbnb?
Yes.
And then what's already in evidence, this is a picture of Rashad Murphy when he was arrested in Georgia.
Correct.
And what day did that occur?
The 26th of June.
And again, Detective, there were still images that were collected from the Vivint camera, is that correct?
Correct.
One's from June 22nd when they were loading up the black Chevy Impala.
Correct.
And 128A, again, the individual with the extended magazine firearm.
Correct.
128B, another picture of that.
Yes.
Then a close-up of his side profile.
Correct.
One 128E, is this the individual that came from the residence of Sean Gathright?
Yes.
128F, is that a close-up of him going back into the home?
To the rear of the vehicle, the Impala, yes.
The Impala, I apologize, but that's in front of the home belonging to Sean Gathright?
Correct.